Hey guys, this is Francisco, and this is the second part of the constant or variables. So I'm going to go over how to pretty much program on the back end, because what I showed you was actually the client based and will only work within a browser. So all browsers, web browsers, come with JavaScript pre-installed, and that's how they can interact with websites and run the JavaScript code that's in the websites. Now, currently, servers can also execute JavaScript, and it's actually pretty efficient because of the C++ programming that has pretty much been made to run the NodeJS. So we're going to go ahead and install NodeJS. So you can just Google search Node, or you can Node.js, or just go to nodejs.org. We're going to download the LTS because it's the most stable and it has less changes. And if you go for the current, you're always going to have the latest features, but it also comes with a lot of breaking of your current application because you're always changing. So you will always want to do with the LTS unless you want to kind of figure something out or get a newer feature. So that's what I recommend. So once you download it, you run it, install it. It's like any other application that you're going to install into your computer. You can do this is useful for, well, you can use it in Linux, you can use it on your Mac, and you can use it on Windows, of course, as I'm showing. So I'm going to go ahead and not download it because I already downloaded and I already installed it. And here is my Node environment, and the way you can get to Node, and this is on any command line. You could do this on Linux, you can do this anywhere. Actually, I have to press Control C right here. You can do this anywhere. Oh, I can even do Control L here. So I had to use the command prompt because I don't want to use PowerShell right now. And I also was lazy. So all you got to do is type in Node, and it'll get you to your command prompt. On Linux, it might be different because you may have to reboot your terminal. So if you can't get to Node just by typing in Node, just exit out of your terminal and open it up again. So you shouldn't have any issues once you restart your terminal session. So once we're on Node, we can do the variable again, right? And let's do dog, and this time dog will be Nala. And we're going to do another variable. We're going to call this dog age. And the way you don't space variables, because then you're going to create an issue here, because technically what JavaScript sees is variable dog, and this is just an extra string, and it doesn't really make sense because you already have defined dog here. So you want to gap it, and you can do dog age, but it's kind of hard to tell what it is unless you change it to a capital. And this is just a matter of preference. You can do this, or you can just put a hyphen, but I just prefer to do the caps to differentiate. So I'll use a capital letter to differentiate what I'm trying to define. And we're not going to use a string. This time we're going to use an integer. So an integer is not a string. An integer is pretty much a number. And I think on JavaScript, it's not called an integer. It's actually called number. So between languages, it's going to vary. So C++, I think it's called integer last time I checked. So please don't quote me. This might be something that I'm completely getting wrong. So dog age, we'll put 5. Cool. So if we console.log the age, and it's cool, it shows you that it's a function. Dog. And by the way, best practice, you don't capitalize the first letter of your variable. You kind of want to leave it lowercase. I'm just doing this because I'm being special right now. So, and then just to verify dog age. And as you can see, we have a different number on 5. And that is because it is a number. It's not a string. So the difference between a string is that it's just a series of letters. and it does different things. So when you do math operators like mathematical functions, you generally want to do those with numbers. You don't want to do that with words. And hopefully we'll go over the JavaScript quirks. So and now here's something that's a little bit weird, and this is how you interact with your variables. So we got all these variables, but how do we make these work? Well, I will show you. And by the way, you can't use alerts on Node because you're not on a browser. Alert only works on browsers, by the way. So we'll do console.log, and this is how we do. So we're gonna so here within the way this function works is that anything that's inside the parentheses is what you're executing, and what the code is executing is, well, the parameters of the code of the function, and it's executing that by returning whatever you put into those parameters out into the command line. So I'm going to reference this value of dog, and the value is nala, and we're going to do a plus. And the way that plus works here is that it concatenates the strings. So what that means is that it joins them together. And if you put something in parentheses, you have a string. So it also is sensitive to spaces. So dog, and I'll put space here, is in a space here, and then plus because I want to add an additional value. And I'll put dog age, and then plus, and then we'll put in the strings space years old. Okay, so if I press enter, what is going to happen? So what's going to happen is that I'm going to return within the command line, I'm going to return the value dog plus a string of space is space plus dog plus not just dog age, sorry, the value dog age, which is 5, and that is a number, it is not a string. But the cool thing is that once we do this, you'll see how it interacts. So JavaScript is pretty special, and it's not as unforgiving as C++, where it will let us mix up the different types of data types. So plus space years old exclamation mark. So if I press enter, it returns a sentence, which if we go back, and this is going to help you in troubleshooting in the future when you actually look over your code and you understand what it's doing. Because a lot of people will just say, hey, I found this on GitHub, I'm just going to paste it in my code, and they have no idea what it's doing. And that's what I used, when I first started, that's what I would do. I'd go on GitHub and I was like, okay, I can't do this, how do I do it? But I never fully understood the code until I started to debug and I saw what was going on. So what we did pretty much is the value of dog right here, the value of dog was assigned nala, and then the value of dog age was 5. And because all of these are strings, JavaScript is treating 5 as a string pretty much, and it returned a 5 string. So all this is just a string. So it pretty much just printed out this. I know it's not that crazy or anything too out there. It's a pretty cool thing that you can do with JavaScript. And that was actually not Nala, but it was Sasha, my other German Shepherd.